So after I made my Planetside 2 C4 Foo video, I read a few comments and received a few questions related to properly controlling Drifter Jumpjets and how to correctly catapult oneself with jump pads, since being able to precision catapult with jump pads and drifters allows you to rapidly deploy yourself across a large distance, and being able to do so allows you to demolish groups of enemy vehicles in a short time span. I figured it was an important point to elaborate on, since that's how one light assault can best demolish an armor column. So I collected some footage to illustrate how to properly combine drifters with jump pad catapults. Drifter controls work on the game's awkward physics interpretation, so if you hold your forward movement key and use your jump jets while using a jump pad, it'll be like hitting the brakes as the game tries to bring you to the speed a forward-moving drifter should be going at, which, if you've launched off a jump pad, will usually be slower than how fast you were going. However, this restriction on forward movement applies to the direction you're facing more than the direction you're actually moving. As a result of this, depending on the nearby terrain and the speed of the jump pad, you can potentially catapult yourself up to around a kilometer. The way this is achieved is by using your forward movement key more as a directional control tool. If after using a jump pad you turn approximately 90 degrees from the direction you're moving in, and then lightly tap the jump jet key, you can gradually turn and direct the location you're being thrown in with much less loss of speed. You want it to be around 90 degrees, because if you're facing too far forward, the triggered forward movement will act like hitting the brakes as explained earlier, and if you're looking too far back from the direction you're moving, it'll try pulling you in the opposite direction, which is also like hitting the brakes. Both are useful for intentionally braking once you're over the tank you want to destroy, but you don't want it happening before then. Generally, you'll want to increase your minimap to the largest size, or put a waypoint over your target, so that you can direct yourself accurately to the drop zone, since you'll be facing 90 degrees away from it, while moving towards it, and can't really look at it directly, except briefly in between jump jet bursts. It can also be useful to spot your target before jumping if they happen to be visible, or, if you're facing an ample supply of targets, simply glide over an area and let the autospot pull up targets of opportunity for you. You can gradually turn the direction you're facing while lightly tapping the jump jet key to control the direction of your movement. You can lightly tap the jump jet key to slow your descent, as since you're not holding a directional movement key, the drifter starts pushing you upward, but if you do this for too long, you'll still kill your momentum. Alternatively, you can hold the forward movement key while lightly tapping the jump jet key to offer a bit more directional control at the cost of dropping a little faster, and both are effective. You can change direction rapidly for situations like dodging the Crown's pad landing building by spinning and then using the jump jet, but this causes you to lose a lot of your speed pretty quickly. It's doable, though. I discussed vehicle targeting more in the original C4 Foo video, but to highlight a couple key points, it may be beneficial to land and shoot some things to allow nanites to regenerate, or you may run out of resources. If you want both C4 bricks to land at the same time, you can drop one brick from high up, drop yourself, and toss a second brick as you're closer to the ground. Though this runs the risk of both the C4 warp bug as well as the vehicle below moving, it is a plausible option for taking out tanks running infantry radar. C4 thrown from high up should be dropped while facing down, as it will gradually move forward as it falls and may land several meters off target if thrown forward rather than down. Galaxies that are at secondary thick smoke will usually die in 2 C4 bricks, though by this time their crews and passengers have usually bailed out, and the galaxy may be worth less XP than a standard tank. C4 around a Sunderer rather than on top of it can help kill repairers to assist teammates in destroying objectives. Blah blah, there you go, a supplement on armor column demolition and drifter catapult control. More info in the original C4 Foo videos. See you next time.